Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samar News. Here are today's headlines.
Britain's King Charles and Queen Camilla wrapped up their 4-day US visit on Thursday with a formal farewell alongside President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump at the White House. The royal couple then traveled to Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia and laid a wreath before departing later for Bermuda.
The US is pushing for other countries to form an international coalition to restore freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz, as oil prices surged to their highest in more than 4 years on fears of longer-term disruptions to global fuel supplies. According to a State Department cable, the US was inviting other countries to join a new international coalition that would enable ships to navigate the Strait of Hormuz after traffic through the waterway stalled. The cable showed the proposed coalition, dubbed the Maritime Freedom Construct, would share information, coordinate diplomatically, and help enforce sanctions. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has warned that any US naval blockade of Iranian ports would worsen instability in the Gulf and fail to achieve its objectives. In a statement, Pezeshkian said such actions violate international law and would only increase tensions in the region. He added that restrictions on maritime activity would disrupt long-term stability rather than enhance security.
Iran's Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei has said that a new chapter is emerging in the Gulf and Strait of Hormuz following the war with the United States and Israel. In a televised statement, Khamenei vowed Iran would secure the waterway and end what he called foreign interference. The Supreme Leader added that new management of the Strait of Hormuz would bring calm, progress, and economic benefits to all Gulf nations. Meanwhile, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps reasserted control over the Strait of Hormuz and warned the United States of long and painful strikes if attacks resume. Also, Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf said Tehran would secure the waterway without American interference. In a statement, he vowed that Iran would ensure that region enjoys the precious blessing of a future free from the presence and interference of America. Earlier, he had claimed that the Islamic Republic's oil and gas infrastructure remains undamaged and that the country's energy exports are continuing. He stated that Tehran is prepared to provide live footage of its oil wells to the public to refute any claims. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has warned that a prolonged closure of the Strait of Hormuz could push the global economy toward recession. Guterres said disruptions to oil and fertilizer supplies may drive up inflation, slow growth, and leave millions more facing poverty and extreme hunger unless dialogue resumes quickly.
US President Donald Trump says Washington is reviewing a possible reduction of American troops stationed in Germany. In a statement, Trump said a decision would be made in the near term as the administration reassesses its military presence in Europe. The move comes amid criticism of NATO allies over their role in securing key global routes, including the Strait of Hormuz. Global oil prices have surged to a 4-year high, crossing $122 a barrel amid fears of further escalation in the US-Iran conflict. Markets reacted to concerns that prolonged tensions could disrupt Middle East oil supplies and impact global economic growth. The rise also comes ahead of reports that US President Donald Trump is set to receive a briefing on potential military strike options against Iran. Organisers say Israeli forces have intercepted Gaza-bound aid ships in international waters near Greece. The vessels were part of a second humanitarian flotilla that set sail from Barcelona earlier this month, aiming to break the blockade on Gaza. The group behind the mission has condemned the interception, calling it an escalation as tensions over aid access continue. Important progress has been reported in the case of 11 Pakistani citizens kidnapped in Somalia, as the Somali government has assured Pakistan of full cooperation for their recovery and safe return. According to diplomatic sources, Pakistan had formally raised the matter with Somali authorities, after which the Somali government responded positively. Diplomatic sources said the Somali government has assured Pakistan in writing that it will provide all possible assistance in the case. The assurance includes cooperation for the recovery and safe return of the kidnapped Pakistani citizens. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samar.tv. Thank you for watching Samar News.